Having your visa refused is disappointing, frustrating, and worrying. I would like to take the opportunity to explain some common reasons why your visa might get refused. One common reason your visa application will be refused is because it's not valid. In other words, it is invalid. Validity is like oxygen. You unnoticed it until it's absent. Paragraph 34 of the immigration rules specify what makes an application valid and what results in an application being invalid. In some cases, the Home Office will give you a second chance to amend your ways and will write to you and say there are some issues. The payment did not go through. You did not provide certain documents. The Home Office will give you time to amend it, and therefore the application will be valid if you amended it from the moment you have submitted it. There are some applications that you can't fix. For example, you can't make ancestral visa from in-country. You can't make an application for visitor in-country. These are the issues that you have to discuss with your advisor before you intend to make the application. After the application form and the fees, you will have to book yourself a biometric appointment. It sounds like a complicated process, but it's not really. You have to attend a certain center, provide your fingerprints, your face, present your passport, and hopefully you've uploaded the documents or your representative uploaded the documents before. If you do not attend a biometric appointment, your application will not be valid. If you do not enroll for the biometric within a specific time, the Home Office might warn you and give you a chance to do so. Only when you did not comply with the reminder that the application will remain invalid. The question that many clients ask me, and that's an interesting point, is what happened to me when I made a valid application and I'm waiting for a decision to be made. So for example, you are a student and you're applying to become a spouse. What happens to me in this miracle stage when I'm waiting for the Home Office to make a decision? Am I legal? Am I allowed to stay here? Can I work? The answer is yes. And the magic answer is Section 3C leave. You can read my website for further information. But Section 3C leave basically says you can stay here under the previous conditions as long as the Home Office, considering your case, as long as you made a valid application, until not only you got a decision, but until you exhausted your rights of appeal if there are any. So please check out my articles on Section 3C leave. If your application is invalidated, there is a danger that you become an overstayer. So this is very important that you make sure that you do not become an overstayer if you had valid leave to remain before. Remember that if it's invalid and the Home Office gave you a chance to remedy it, you must act within 14 days. This is called the grace period. Another reason many visas applications are refused, and particularly visitors' visa applications, is because the Home Office or the decision maker does not believe that you are a genuine visitor. Now, this is a very peculiar concept. How can one know what I exactly mean? How does one know my intentions or my background? In visitors' visa application, the burden is on you, the applicant, to prove that you have the intention of going back. I often use myself as an example when I talk to my clients and I say, look, let's say I wish to go to Australia and I'm asked at the border, Danny, how do we know that you will go back? I will then name all my troubles in the UK. I have to go back to work. I have to go back to my client. I have to go back to my daughter, to my dog, to my partner. I will have to show that I have connections, that I have ties that will pull me back to my country. And therefore, it's not for the entry clearance to ask you, it's for you to be proactive and provide them information about your circumstances back home and why will you go back at the end of the visit. The documents that you can provide to prove your connections to your country of origin are very simple. Think about it. Are you in employment? Are you leaving children behind? Do you have a partner? Do you have a property? Do you have, like me, a job? Think about it, write a statement and provide more rather than less evidence. The other reason an application can be refused, and especially a visitor's visa, is something called suitability. Suitability goes to your conduct, to your character. For example, do you have a criminal record? Have you ever been deported? Have you ever misled the Home Office? Have you exercised deception? Did you provide false information? If you do, you will automatically be refused and not meet the suitability requirements. This is an interesting point that we can discuss again once you watch my presentations on deportation. But once you have committed a criminal offense and was deported, you cannot come back to the UK as a visitor, even if you have loving family and friends, if you've been sentenced for more than 12 months. You also should not owe the NHS more than £500 if you receive treatment to which you were not entitled to. Another reason your application can be refused, especially as a visitor, is something that is called general grounds of refusal. It's Part 9 of the immigration laws. It's somewhat complicated, but it says that certain people can be banned from coming back to the UK for up to 10 years, especially if they deceived the Home Office knowingly or not knowingly in previous applications. It's important that you take on board what I'm saying because there is no right of appeal against refusal of a visitor's visa. So then what would you do? Either you make a fresh application with better representations, or if you think that you've done everything and that there is a breach of your human rights, or that the Secretary of State through the entry clearance officer acted unlawfully, then you can go into judicial review proceedings, which is a matter of another video. But please remember, the burden is on you. You can always reapply, or you can appeal, or you can just get it right. If you need any further information, or if I can assist you in any way, please give us a call or send us an email through the contact sheet. We offer a free Zoom consultation, no commitment, no obligations. Just let's have a chat. Thank you so much.